The transmission cut through Earth's communication networks like a knife, overriding all signals globally. On screens worldwide, an imposing figure appeared, tall, gray-skinned, with 6 eyes arranged in a hexagonal pattern. Admiral Vex of the Galactic Hegemony spoke in perfect English, a result of the universal translation matrix embedded in the transmission. People of Earth, your primitive world has been assessed and found worthy of incorporation into the Galactic Hegemony. Consider yourselves fortunate. Your planet will be spared destruction in exchange for a modest annual tribute of 10% of your global resources and 1 million of your healthiest specimens for labor redistribution. Resistance is inadvisable. You have 72 Earth hours to prepare your initial payment. The transmission ended, leaving humanity in stunned silence. In the United Nations Emergency Council chamber, representatives from all nations gathered in unprecedented unity. General Marcus Reynolds, head of Earth's newly formed United Defense Force, stood before them, his weathered face grim but determined. The hegemony has underestimated us, he stated flatly. Their scans detected our conventional weaponry, but missed our more specialized projects. Dr. Elena Davis, lead scientist of the Global Defense Initiative, stepped forward. Project Prometheus is ready. We've been preparing for extraterrestrial contact for decades, just not the hostile kind. President Thomas Wilson nodded. Then we respond not with tribute, but with resistance. Admiral Vex observed Earth from the command bridge of his dreadnought, the Imperial Fist *. The primitive planet was a blue jewel against the blackness of space, rich in resources and biological diversity, a typical find for the hegemony's expansion program. Humans were physically unimpressive, but displayed remarkable technological progress for their development stage. Still, their military capabilities were laughably inadequate against hegemony warships. Admiral, the humans are broadcasting a response, his communications officer reported. Vex flicked a casual gesture. Display. President Wilson appeared on screen, standing before the flags of Earth's nations. To the Galactic Hegemony, we have received your demands and reached a decision. Humanity does not surrender, does not pay tribute, it does not offer its children as slaves. Instead, we offer this response. The transmission ended abruptly. Vex laughed, a harsh sound that echoed across the bridge. As expected, prepare orbital bombardment of their major military installations. Let them learn obedience through. The ship's alarms shrieked to life. Multiple anomalies detected in near-Earth orbit. The sensor officer shouted, energy signatures unlike anything in our database. Hundreds of small objects deployed from concealed lunar bases and Earth orbital platforms, devices previously shielded from hegemony scans. They weren't missiles or fighters. They were something else entirely. The first Prometheus device activated near the Imperial Fist *. Space itself seemed to fold, creating a localized gravity well that pulled at the massive dreadnought. More devices activated, forming a complex matrix of overlapping fields. Impossible. Vex roared as his mighty vessel shuddered. They're manipulating space-time. Dr. Davis watched from Earth Command as the Prometheus network engaged. Targeted gravitational distortion fields. She explained to the assembled leaders, we've been studying dark matter applications since discovering the Higgs boson. The hegemony relies on conventional physics for their drives and shields. They never considered we might approach space warfare differently. Aboard the Imperial Fist *, chaos reigned. The gravitational distortions tore at the ship's structural integrity, making conventional navigation impossible. When Vex ordered retreat, his pilots discovered a terrifying truth, that human devices had created a gravity mesh that prevented FTL jump initiation. Launch all fighters. Target those devices, Vex commanded. The hegemony fighters emerged from launch bays only to face Earth's response. Nimble aerospace craft piloted by humans. What they lacked in technology, they made up for in maneuverability and tactics. The human pilots had trained their entire lives in atmospheric and near-space combat, while hegemony pilots relied primarily on automated systems. Colonel James Morgan led the first wing of Earth fighters. Remember your training. Their systems can't adapt to our randomized attack patterns. They expect logic. Give them chaos. The human fighters danced through the gravitational distortion fields, using them to execute impossible maneuvers, while hegemony craft struggled against forces their computers couldn't properly calculate. On Earth, millions watched the space battle unfold through telescope feeds. Hegemony reinforcements arrived but faced the same gravitational traps. Humanity's scientists had spent decades theorizing about alien contact, preparing defenses that didn't rely on matching alien technology directly. In the final hour of battle, with hegemony ships in disarray, General Reynolds authorized Phase 2. Earth's combined nuclear arsenal launched not of the alien ships, but into carefully calculated positions within the gravity field network. The synchronized detonations created a cascading reaction, amplifying the distortion effects 100-fold. The Imperial Fist broke apart under forces no engineer in the galaxy had designed for. Admiral Vex, in his escape pod, watched his mighty fleet crumble against what he had dismissed as a primitive species. His pod's communication system captured a final transmission from Earth. President Wilson again. To any surviving members of the hegemony, take this message to your leaders. Earth is not a tributary world. We are not slaves. We are humanity. We faced extinction-level events before we even reached the stars. We survived ice ages, pandemics, and our own nuclear brinkmanship. We thrived. If you return in peace, you will find friends. If you return for tribute, you will find only war. Choose wisely. 3 years later, a diplomatic vessel from the Galactic Council, the hegemony's governing body, entered Earth orbit under a flag of truce. They came not for tribute, but for negotiations. Humanity had accomplished what no other species had before: successful resistance against hegemony expansion. As Earth's representatives boarded the alien vessel, Dr. Davis whispered to General Reynolds, "They came expecting sheep and found wolves instead." Reynolds nodded. "No, they found humans." That proved to be enough.